Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions as we enjoy walking through the Word of God together. Thank you so much for your prayers. My voice is doing much better, though I do have to admit I've had to retape this a few times today to keep the voice working. But give me a few days and everything will be back strong and normal. I want to teach you for just a few moments today out of Luke chapter 20. I want to talk to you about learning to see through duplicity. Now, I know that sounds like a very negative subject and very cynical subject, but please, the greatest mistakes I've made in my life are when I've trusted people who I should not have trusted. And if you will think with me, the greatest mistakes that you have made, the largest losses of money that you have made, have been caused by trusting people you should not have trusted. So let's take our naive Christian glasses off for a moment and get a little wisdom and understand how to see through duplicity. Our text today comes out of verse 23 of Luke 20. He saw through their duplicity and said to them, "Show me a denarius whose portrait and inscription is on it." He saw through their duplicity. Now you say, well, Pastor, that's Jesus. Of course he could see through their duplicity. He's God. But he didn't see through their duplicity because of a spiritual thing. He saw through it by the objective signs that were there. Now there were two groups of people there. There were his friends and there were his enemies. Friends have no reason for sip. Friends ask all the hard questions in private. Have you ever noticed whenever the disciples had a really hard question, they waited until they were in private to talk to Jesus? Friends are with you for the right motives. They love you and want to be with you. But now look at the enemies. I want you to notice the sip. Teacher, we know that you speak and teach what is right and that you do not show partiality, but teach the way of God in accordance with truth. Whenever people set you up with sip, when their opening lines are so syrupy and sweet and smooth and sip that you just, oh my goodness, please don't be flattered by that. Take 2 steps backward and take a deep breath. Someone's wanting to stab you, not in the back, but right in the chest. So sip. Flattery, brown-nosing, whatever colloquialism you want to use, is the first sign of an enemy. The second is that they pretend to be honest. Look back at verse 20. Keeping a close watch on him, they sent spies who pretended to be honest. Who are the people that are just themselves around you? Who are the people that are just real? And who are the people around you that always have the guard up? They always have the mask on. When you get around people and they're just too careful in what they present, too careful in what they say, they've got that carefully crafted brand or persona up around you. Understand, you're not dealing with a friend, you're dealing with a pretender, you're dealing with an enemy. Thirdly, notice they asked the hard questions in public, verse 26. They were unable to trap him in what he said there in public. They didn't ask the hard questions in private. They asked it in public. They were looking to trap him in what they said. Now, the fourth thing you need to realize is that their motivation for being with you, forgive me, is not to love you. It's to be a spy and to trap you. It's to be a spy and to trap you. They're not with you because they want to be with you. They're with you because they want to spy on you or they want to catch you in something. So again, back up and notice. Friends, no need for sip. Enemies, it flows like water. The sip. Friends ask hard questions in private. Enemies ask hard questions in private because they want to embarrass you and humiliate you and trap you in your words. Friends are with you because they love you and they want to be with you. Enemies are with you because they've been sent to be with you or they're there to trap you and to spy on you. Now, if you'll begin to look at these things and step back and just be honest with yourself and look around at who's around you, you're going to find that you've got some wonderful friends around you. And then you've got some spies around you. And just learn to understand they're both always going to be there. And you just have to be careful how you answer each one. Never answer a friend harshly when they've done things right and they've asked properly. And never, ever answer a spy with a straight-up answer that he can trap you with. Learn to see through their duplicity.